Well, if everyone is ready, we'll jump back into Obojima, Tales from the Tall Grass. Last time, our party had descended outside of Yadaman towards the Southern Divers Lodge to speak with Captain Clintock of the Southern Divers Lodge to discuss the whereabouts of a rumor all across the island of Obojima of the Spirit Railway, the Spirit Line, Spirit Train, a locomotive that traveled between this world of the material and the spiritual realm. Upon arriving, you all assisted with fending off the Southern Divers Lodge from the attack of the Lionfish King and his crew, a group of entities that dwell below the seas and the waters surrounding the island of Obojima. After which you return to the lodge, speaking with Captain Clintock's daughter, one of his daughters, here in the Southern Lodge, learning about this interaction with the two of them, as well as getting a request to deliver some mail and messages to the Northern Lodge that up until now had been unsuccessful, delivering a message to Holly, the younger sister of the two daughters of Captain Clintock. In exchange, he presented you with a tome that described various encounters, sightings, and experiences of the spiritual rail line all across the island. Some sounding very far-fetched, but all of them having a relative thread of truth that they shared between each of them. But without further information or understanding, it doesn't seem like there's a specific way of summoning this train to one's position or finding a platform to enter the spiritual realm. But nevertheless, Axel, you found yourself engaged with this document, this tome, researching it heavily before you all took your rest for the evening, after which, having a bit of breakfast the following morning, began your journey eastward towards your other destination, the town of Polwater on the far eastern edge of the island of Obojima. This would be probably several days, maybe even weeks to get to this destination, but there are multiple locations to stop along the way, and regardless of what path you might take, either through the brackish wetlands or past the southern coast, either way, you find yourselves heading eastward. After a night camping out, you found yourselves surrounded by a group of bipedal dog, hyena-like creatures known as howlers. And after fending them off successfully, you finished your rest, and now you wake in the morning a bit sore, but alive and well, despite the danger the night before. Heading towards the coastal highlands, you can feel the elevation beginning to climb as you head into a more densely forested area. Mipsy, you know this area well, as you begin to get closer and closer to the town, I guess to the town you could call your birthplace, or at least your origin point here in the island of Obojima, just westward of the city of Opal Falls. At the edge of the cliffside and the coastal highlands, you recognize these areas, the heavily forested region of the coastal highlands. As you begin heading further east, you can feel the trees beginning to become denser and heavier. You're seeing more evergreen foliage. You know, Mipsy, that this area is mostly known for logging, as well as a bit of gathering of various potion ingredients, things of that nature, all around the coastal highlands. As you begin to climb an elevation, you can feel the air begin to get thinner. And you can feel that a coastal fog has set in over this area. If I can get one of you to give me a survival check to see if you can remain on course. Speaking of course, what direction are you all heading? Your current location, I would say, based on your travels thus far, would put you right around here, heading upwards in elevation along the cliff edge of the coastal highlands.
Didn't we say
something like that?
That.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, if I can get someone to give me a survival check.
Already 13.
13? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you head deeper into the coastal highlands, the fog becomes quite dense. And although you've been in this region, Mipsy, you're a bit unsure of what direction at one point you're heading. And it takes you a bit longer to remain on course. You feel confident that you're on course, but you find yourself taking longer to maintain that course as you lose about a half a day of travel time as you move slower in this process. If I can get somebody to roll me a D100.
Oh. Is it?
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm too slow.
Sorry, I did.
The heavy fog gives way to a slow drizzle, and a slow drizzle gives way to a downpour across I would say the middle portion of the coastal highlands as you travel towards Opal Falls, but nevertheless, the rain becomes quite heavy. And even the thick branches of the evergreen trees as you head down along this cliff face, you're uncertain whether or not you can continue onward at a steady pace as you look for any signs of an intermediary village, a rest stop, anything of that nature. And after nearly 3 hours of just being soaked to the bone, you begin to see lights in the distance as the sun is beginning to set behind you. Just before dark, you find yourselves in a small logging town, logging village. One that you don't recognize, Mipsy, but nevertheless, you know there are scattered villages all over this region. As you get closer, you see a sign haphazardly stuck into the ground. Just looks like on what remains of a rotten stump, a makeshift sign. The name of this village is Hohodai. Hohodai. And you hear life.
Not threatening at all.
What's up?
Not threatening at all.
Hohodai?
Santa Claus is dead.
Santa Claus is dead. But nevertheless, the architecture is reminiscent of Okiri Village, but the fog and the high treetops and the very utilitarian atmosphere definitely diminish the charm that the farming village of Okiri had in comparison. This is definitely a working class looking settlement, if you can call it that. It's definitely more of a town built of necessity and opportunity more so than any desire to live in this general region. You can see signs of heavy carts and the occasional sign of more machine-driven tires, but you can see large piles of logs being strapped up along the road. If anyone would like, give me a perception check. It's hard to
13.
say in this rain. It looks like some of the logs might have been recently cut down and others have been sitting for quite some time. Because you can see they've gathered moss and they've gathered what looks like mildew and have become gray. Definitely the sign that they've been sitting longer than they should, which is a bit abnormal, but it's hard to say if that's just those were ones that were not fit for sale or if there was another reason for these particular bundles not to have been sold off or transported out of the village yet. But what you do here is quite a hullabaloo coming from the largest building just in front of you as you enter the village, one of the largest buildings in the village. There's definitely the sound of music and revelry as the night has fully fallen upon the village. You can see that there are lantern spirits beginning to descend upon various poles in this location. Not quite with the vigor and brightness that you got in Yadaman, but definitely still scattered about enough to give a general lighted pathway through these makeshift structures. And the main road running right through the center of this village is cobblestone. It has been, fully designed as not just a muddy dirt road. But you can see just to the left of you is an unnamed, what looks like a tavern of some kind, and definitely has the air and sound of such, as you can hear music being played inside, and quite a crowd inside said village. In fact, let me go ahead and give you guys a visual representation of where you are. You were coming from this left-hand side, and the building that you see right as you enter this main village is the one here just to the left as you enter. It's the only two-story structure in the entire village that you see. Everything else seems to be just one story, or slightly taller, but is not really like a residential building. It's more of just like a shed or a covered space that they've stored logs or equipment under to keep it out of the rain or keep it from getting damaged by the weather. But to your left, you begin to hear the sounds of revelry and drinking, glasses and cups clinking. You can see there's quite a crowd of people either just outside the door but most of them are gathered inside what looks like this long sort of drinking hall, if you could call it that, with a very large tavern vibe. You imagine, based on the sort of working class area that you see here, Mipsy, that this is very much a logging village, and that this is probably the only source of entertainment that these individuals get for most of their time here, most of their lives, if they have worked here for any length of time. But inside, you can see there are probably 30 to 50 people at a quick glance. With that said, what would you all like to do?
I think we should just get out of the rain.
Ram.
As you walk in, you can see that it is a very open floor plan. There are long tables, communal drinking tables. Every man in here is just covered in either wood trimmings, sawdust, mud, grime. None of them look like they've taken a recent bath or cleaned themselves up. They probably came straight from their logging site nearby, straight to the bar after hours and immediately picked up a glass. A few are already probably half a dozen drinks deep, and continuing onward rather rapidly. At the end of this long drinking hall, you can see there's a bar at the end. There's a large human male with a salt and pepper beard, his hair tied back in a knot as his hairline is receding backwards, a large widow's peak beginning to form, but his hair is tied back as best he can to keep it out of his face. What's left of it. As he's speaking with a number of these individuals at one end of the bar. And then you see an individual standing up on a stool facing the back of the bar, pouring drinks out of a tap from various caskets that are hung up along like a rack, like a rolling rack that has been has a slight pitch to it. So as the ale empties out of one, they can just pull a pin and have it drop down and into a cart to the left-hand side. Quite an ingenious little makeshift system to make it easier to load the kegs all at once. You can see this burly individual sitting there pouring drinks at one side of the bar. You can't really make out the face, but based on the frame and the stature, you imagine this individual is of dwarvish descent.
I'm just going to take a seat and just pay attention to what's going on.
As you take a seat, you can see to your left and your right, there's a number of individuals drinking. They don't seem to pay you any mind, either because they're well and truly, nose deep in their drinks, or they're already engaged in conversation. But you can see just to your right, one individual that stands out quite a bit from the others that are mostly of human descent, a couple elves of broader stature, but one individual that you see just to your right, Mipsy, a couple seats down along this long communal bench, is got longer than normal arms, a bit taller than your average human, and quite hairy. This individual is of bugbear descent. Their arms, as they kind of have to turn their extended arms, and rest their elbows on the table as they drink and talk. They also seem to be wearing a number of more of a refined sort of outfit. It still definitely screams like working man's clothes, but they definitely have a more presentable overcoat on their person, as opposed to the other men that just seem to be basically just suspenders, work belts, most of them just torn shirts, very thick trousers, and thick leather boots. Definitely working man's attire. This seems to be the only one that's wearing more of a unusual attire from the others. Definitely stands out as more, gives more of a managerial presence.
All right.
Mirage and Axel, what are you doing as Mipsy takes a seat at one of the tables?
I mean, I guess I'll just sit next to Mimsy, or be near, and just like look out to the place
As
for
you
something like interesting or anything.
As you sit down, Mirage, your presence attracts more attention than any other in this region. And as you take a quick glance about, both you and Mipsy, you notice this now as you spot a number of eyes look over in your direction as Mirage sits down. There are almost no women in this village. In fact, you don't see a single one in this tavern currently.
Oh boy.
Oh well, if I would have known,
Oh no.
if I would have noticed that, it's okay.
As this is going on, Axel, what are you doing?
Can I pull up a chair, but I'm gonna sit backwards? Like I'll sit the back of the chair in front of me. I'll sit down with the group. Might as well make it a whole sit down next to everyone.
You all sit down, but no one seems to pay you any mind other than just the attention that you get, Mirage, as one of the few female figures that you see at all. You saw maybe one as you walked in, but definitely none inside this tavern. Not that you're being told that you're not supposed to be here, it's just your presence is unusual, and you are catching the attention of a few of the men. You also notice that there's no waiters or waitresses coming around. It seems like the only person serving drinks or any type of food seems to be at the bar itself. And that most of the individuals seem to be getting their drinks or getting their meals from the bar and then just taking it back to whatever seat they can find.
So who's gonna grab the first round?
Me. I shall.
Very well. You walk up to the bar. You can see the human male is engaged in a conversation with a couple individuals, but as you step up behind the individual pouring the drinks into large wooden mugs, you hear a deeper voice. What do you have?
Oh, you're asking me?
The person, without turning to face you, this is coming from the dwarvish individual. You can hear them. They haven't turned to face you, but they've definitely recognized your presence as you walked up to the bar. As you hear the words,
Okay.
What do you have?
Three of your finest stouts, please.
We have no stout, only ale.
Okay, I will take 3 of those, please.
All right. It's coming your way. As they pour, there's multiple taps, but it all seems to be the same, coming off the same cask. And they all seem to be identical. Like, it's definitely a quantity over quality situation, but nevertheless, it looks fine. It looks, in fact, delicious as far as ale goes. As they pour it out, it's foamy on top. It sits for a split second as this individual turns to face you, and you get a strange realization that this is not a male dwarf, but a female dwarf. But they still have, like, a thin, like, chin strap beard, but it's definitely a female dwarf, and the voice, like throws you off even more. Are you traveling through? As they slam the mugs down in front of you. That be 3 silver.
Yeah, me and my friends over the table are passing through the area.
And then I'll slide the slide 5 silver.
You good man. My name Bola. Your next round is on me. Enjoy. Welcome to Hohodai.
Thank you, Bola. My name's Axel.
It's good to meet you. Drink up. As she tips, you can see she's got another, like a small glass, scotch glass in her hand that's still full of a similar ale, and clanks it against the 3 of yours, and then like finishes it in one, like almost like a shot, but it's a full scotch glass.
What a woman!
But you grab your drinks and take them back to your companions. As you sit down, you can still get the sense that you have the like a constant gaze from these individuals. Both because you're individuals that are not recognized here. Not that they don't get travelers, but rarely in this area, it seems. And definitely it is a heavy male demographic of workers in this area. But with that, what do you all do?
How cold is this beer?
It is ice cold, surprisingly. It seems to have come out of either some subterranean storage area or kept chilled by some other means, but it is very cold, like below ambient temperature.
We're gonna use shape water and warm that up a bit.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep an eye on all the other clients here. I don't trust this place. Not at all.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Mipsy. You don't see anything too far out of the ordinary. It all looks, I mean, everyone looks worse for wear, and definitely like they need to get out more, but I mean, you've seen logging villages before. This isn't abnormal. But these individuals are definitely of the working class persuasion and quite rough. It looks like they stopped caring about their appearance a long time ago. But what you do notice, you take a drink, and it is a good ale. It is delicious, in fact. Like, far more than you were expecting. And it is strong.
Ooh. Oh no. I'll give you this now.
You are already feeling tipsy. You've only drank about a third, maybe up to half of this mug of ale, and you are already feeling it.
Are we all doing con saves?
If you take
Oh no, I'm
a
just
big
a
enough
weak-
drink.
Oh,
I'm a lightweight.
Give me it. In there. Okay, I was like, why is it not going?
You can definitely tell, Axel, that it is strong as well, but you are a bigger dude, and you've had some long drawn out bar crawls through Yataman, and you hold your liquor a little bit better, without feeling.
I've been around.
Monique, you also begin to feel quite tipsy after just a little bit of that.
Fucking lightweights.
Fucking
You're not drunk yet, but you're definitely feeling buzzed. Like, it was stronger than you expected, and you drank it quite quickly, but it is delicious. In fact, you want more.
Oh no.
Like, it goes down surprisingly smooth.
But everything seems normal here, right? Interesting.
As you're continuing to drink, you hear a welcoming voice as a furry hand grabs at their mug and downs what's left of the liquid inside and turns to face you all. You see the face of the bugbear. You can see one of the fangs that is sticking up on the left-hand side. The other one is just barely above the gum line. It seemed to have been like chipped off by something. But the individual looks at you all. Oh, ain't this a surprising sight? What brings you all to this part of town? We don't get too many visitors up here.
Oh, well, I'm just here to stop. Just so we're not getting in that rain.
Oh, yeah, we've been getting quite a bit up here. It's slowed us down quite a bit on our quotas. Haven't been able to move things through that heavy muck. Don't you know? My name's Foreman Crom, by the way. Nice to meet you. As he extends out, and normally an individual would have to stand up and like reach over to shake your hand. He just like fully extends his arm and like reaches it, and it almost completely like ends up at the center of your chest as he goes to shake your hand.
Shake it cautiously.
His hairy hand just like completely envelops your smaller red Dara hand as he shakes it firmly. And might I have the opportunity of meeting this fine day?
Mipsy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mipsy, and your companions here. Who might you be?
Fucking accent, Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, how long did you practice this?
I actually used this in my other campaign.
Oh my god, the one with Bert
Yes.
Porky and T.
Yes.
That's so sick.
Gotta love that Green Bay accent there, don't you know?
Also got some Canadian in there, bud.
Oh yeah.
Don't you know?
Get you some fine Labatt Blue. I've been around a bunch of French Canadians and a bunch of fucking country ass boys in the locker room. Believe me, I've heard it.
Welcome to my town.
Like, where do you live? The south of Canada. But yeah,
I've actually partied with Andrew Shaw that played out Chicago. So I know how it is.
But where are y'all heading once this here weather begins to calm down a bit? Surely this can't be your final destination in this little backwater neck of the woods.
I'm traveling to find just supplies. Make potions, nothing fancy. Keeping these two company.
Fair enough, fair enough. You big boy, you look like you could chop down a tree or two without too much effort there, as he looks over to you, Axel.
Oh, love me some drinks.
Well, that helps too, you know. You gotta entertain yourself in this lonely part of the island. You definitely gotta drink a bit too to ward off them their evil spirits that wander around this neck of the woods, don't you know?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, don't you know? You come on here and through the Highlands, you're not careful, you find yourselves face to face with some nasty spirits there that wandered into our world. And then you hear a human man from across the table. Crumb, you're always talking a bunch of hooey. Damn superstitious bugbear. I've always kept us safe, and I've always kept us going, so don't be mocking me about what I decide to believe and what I don't. And he takes another big swig of his drink and finishes it off. Oi, Bola, another round over here! And you hear his entire group of this table just cheer. Oi! But I'd hate to say, it doesn't look like this here storm's gonna trim out anytime soon. You might be stuck here for a day or two if it doesn't slow down. You don't want to be going down that hillside if the rocks begin to get loose. You could end up going down with them.
Been through worse.
You say that now until you're waist deep or, God forbid, underneath a bunch of rocks and mud.
I mean, I've been stuck on a bicycle floated in midair. Don't think that can be any worse.
That's an interesting story. Can't tell too much if it's true, but I'll take your word for it. Say, friends. And right as he says that, the drinks begin to come to the table. Care to have a little fun? Me and the boys were just about to have a little back and forth and see who can finish their next round as quick as possible. You know, got to get this night started off strong since we got to get up early in the morning. Might as well enjoy the time we have. That is, if you're not scared.
Axel, you're the better drinker. Correct?
If we're talking about 15 minutes ago, I mean, absolutely.
While this conversation is happening, can I take out like some wax and spend 2 weak points and do a wax familiar?
Okay.
Small one, like not really like big, maybe perhaps like palm size, like pretty small.
Okay.
Just for it to like kind of like go around, or not around me, but like going like through me to keep an eye on the stuff that I have with me.
Sure.
You know, or like in my bag to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. In between your palms, you begin to mold yourself a makeshift wax familiar. Within a few moments, it takes shape and takes life and begins to float up and perches itself just behind the small of your back, looking at your blind side. Well, what's it going to be there, bud? You going to have a little bit of fun with us, or are you just going to be a bit of a party pooper?
I know Axel's the better drinker, so he should be up for the challenge. Correct.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm giving you basically a wink for reasons.
I know, I'm fucking with you. I'm in.
Good.
I like your spirit there, bud. Bola! Give me 2 more rounds for me and the newcomer here. First to finish 3. If you win, I'll cover your drinks for the night. If you lose, you cover my drinks for the night. Deal?
Game on.
I like your spirit. And soon thereafter, Bola brings another 2 rounds, so you now have 3 full mugs in front of you.
I will cast
Okay.
Shape water
Okay.
on all 3 of his
Okay.
No.
to make it basically almost like gelatin, so it doesn't flow down as easily.
Okay. Are there verbal and somatic components to shape water?
It's just somatic.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can mask your shape water. Okay. You feel confident that no one has seen you shape water, as the viscosity of his ale gets much thicker, like to the consistency of not quite set Jell-O.
Exactly where I was going with it.
Like if you've ever seen the consistent, what is that that powder you can put into to liquids, the thick water? Like it's like that.
Yeah.
It's like the consistency of gravy.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
No.
Can you not cast that, actually? Can we reroll?
Could have
I'm
cast
doing
it
it
on
on
yours.
his, not yours.
All right.
Let's see him try to drink this.
All right. I'm going to roll these on the table. I'm going to give him, I'm going to say, I wouldn't say it's full disadvantage, but I'm going to give him a -3 on his con save. Or not the con save, I'm sorry. The con save. He's got a pretty high con here. But I'm going to give him a -3 to his con save. His normal modifier is a +6. So that only gives him a +3 to his con save now. But anyway. You both go to drink. I will say, roll me a... Because each round's going to have 2 rolls. 1 for the speed of how fast you can drink it, and 2 to see if you can keep it down.
Wow.
And they're going to get progressively higher as after each round. Or at least the con save will.
Okay.
So I will say you can do one of 2 things. You can roll me either a sleight of hand to try to drink it quickly, or you can roll an athletics to try to force it down.
Damn it. I could do sleight of hand. That works.
Unless you have a different argument you'd like to make. I'm open to interpretation. This is This is just GM interpretation.
No, it's totally fine. I was hoping you were gonna say acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatic.
Depending on how do you describe that you try to get this down or pretend like you get it down?
I'm just trying to think.
Total
Acrobatics.
3 mugs.
You can change your tactics from round to round. It's just each round
No.
is
It's fine. I can say I'm +3. It's either +3 or +4. So I'm going with sleight of hand. That's totally fine.
okay. All right, so go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand, and he's going to compete against you with his athletics to try to drink it faster. Oh my god. Okay. So he has a +8 to his athletics. He's a fucking logger, man. That's still a really good roll.
Wow.
Okay. You win round 1. That's a 16 on his end.
We're in there.
So you down it faster, and he gives you a cocked smile. I need you both to roll a con save. This first round is I'm going to say it's going to be a 10 to keep it down.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. So he's got a +3 to his, so he's going to... Ooh.
Oh.
He's going to use...
Legendary resistance.
No, he's not. He doesn't have legendary resistance.
Imagine.
That would be crazy.
I'm so used to the fucking bullshit in our fucking other
I would
campaign.
accept it though.
No.
I would be like,
He's
okay.
not going to
We're not-
legendary
Yeah.
resistance. He's going to put his mouth over his... As you can see, it's like about to come up. He is going to take disadvantage on the next to try to roll this one again. With that, and he's going to literally try to swallow his vomit.
Oh god.
As this is going on, I'm gonna make a paper talisman.
Okay.
A what?
I'm handing
Yeah.
it to Axel. So, anytime you fail one of these con saves, you have a D6 to add.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's crazy.
You can see he almost upchucks and forces down the thick ass ale. As you can see, and like people are like, yeah, no beer to waste. And he's like looking at his mug and like giving it the side eye, like the fuck. That there was quite a heavy ale, don't you know? Was yours a little off there, bud?
Tastes pretty okie
I
dokie
just-
to me, bud.
All right. Round 2. So go ahead. You can roll either athletics or sleight of hand again to see who finishes first. Okay.
Not so good.
Oh my god. But he rolls higher because his modifiers. So he rolls a 15. So this time he pounds it down and just like jello shots this fucking mug. Getting used to the consistency, but now the DC is a 12 for the con save.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll again. Oh my god. Fucking hot dice tonight. Oh shit. We got a drink off. As you can see, everyone is just like watching you all now. This has become a fucking spectacle. As you all have gotten to round 3, and you can see there you are going like toe for toe, essentially. And you can hear them call out, and you hear a couple of the guys, "All right, boss, let's go!" But anyway, Round 3. Go ahead and roll one more time. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, that's right. You have the talisman. Or is that only for con, or is that for...
That's where con saves.
Oh,
damn
it's for
it.
con
Okay.
saves. Okay. So now we got to roll again. While this is going on, Axel or Mirage, is there anything else you want to do? Because this is going to be a roll off again. Because that was
Damn.
even 15-15. I can't think of a better way to end this drinking competition.
And
The
there's
one thing I can do,
there's nothing I can do.
shape water again to make
Okay.
this go down easier.
Okay. Go ahead.
Basically, dilute the alcohol.
Okay. So you're going to try to weaken the draft.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me another sleight of hand check to see if you can hide this.
Oh.
You go to make the maneuver this time, and you watch as the bugbear's other hand comes down on top of your wrist as you take a point of bludgeoning damage. Now there, this is a fair competition. No muddling about with that there magic there, bud. As it, like, your hand begins to, like, swell up a little bit as his thick-ass bugbear hand smashes on your wrist.
Do I have anything else I can cheat with?
I think you got caught, dude.
Mirage, is there
I'm
anything you
looking
want to
at-
do?
No, I don't got anything I can cheat with.
No, I don't think I can do anything. I know. No.
I mean, it
just
doesn't necessarily have to be fucking with the drinks. You could do other things. I mean, just be creative. If you can think about it, and, you know, again, I'm just giving y'all the opportunity here.
Oh. Nope, I got nothing.
No, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll just give some steps back in case they throw up. I don't want them to shit on me.
You can hear all the other guys just beginning to, like, hammer on the table. Drink, 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 drink. And it's just, the energy has become, like, electric around this table as, like, 30 or 40, like, logging workers are just enamored with this situation right now. Like, this is the most entertaining shit they've seen in weeks. But anyway, let's roll off. Either athletics or sleight of hand. Unless you want to try something else, Axel.
Wait. Oh, we're drinking again? Or
Yeah,
don't we have to
because
do con?
you both rolled a 15. Like,
Yeah,
you
but are we doing
tied.
con save?
No. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we're going to roll the con save. So go ahead and roll. Yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we're going to roll the con
Yep.
save. And then if you both keep it down, then we'll roll off. This one is going to be a 14 to keep it down.
Fuck. Oh, god damn. Okay.
You have a D6 if you fail.
Yeah.
My man said,
Wow.
"Fuck you," and just slams the cup down.
Let's go, baby.
You hold it like a champ, like a seasoned frat boy, and just stare him in the eyes while you're doing it.
I could do this all day, pal.
And as you stare him in the eyes, you can see his face, like, otherwise, like, sunburnt complexion just begin to turn green and greener until as this gravy thick vomit
Oh God.
comes right back up the cup. And everybody's just at first, like, there's just this silence. Almost like a record skip. As everybody's just like, the fuck? And at first you think the whole mood is turned sour as the eyes, like, all turn to you, Axel, and your party. And then all of a sudden, yeah! As it just goes off. And it takes a few moments for Crom to regain his senses and clean himself up. Ugh. That was an intense one. You're quite the stout individual there, Axel. As a man of my word, drinks are on me for you and your buds. As it is just a rompous cheer at this point.
Well, while that cheer is happening, can I make like a quick look if someone like it's not matching the aura of
They're not
like
passing
of
the
the
vibe
place?
check.
Yeah, who's not like passing the vibes check?
Not passing the
Like,
vibes check. Okay.
Who doesn't look like who looks off? Like who really like minding their business?
Okay.
Because everybody like it's not just like us in the corner, right? It's like
I
the
mean, it's a
bar.
busy bar. Yeah, give me a perception check.
You notice Mipsy whenever you roll.
Oh,
Yeah, you definitely notice Mipsy, like, trying to make fucking, like, full-on sign language in the corner as he got stomped out. Okay. As everyone else is focusing on Axel, you look past him and the bugbear, and you see that there's a window on the far side. It's almost completely pitch black outside. But you spot a thinly framed individual and a single yellowish, like a very old, like yellowed singular eye and very pale blue skin, a very gaunt individual in a hood staring through the window at all of you. And as soon as your
at us
eye
three?
at everyone in the
Or
bar,
okay.
but specifically at you three, like their focus turns to you, and as soon as their focus locks on you, you clock this feeling of being watched, Mirage, and you notice this individual. You don't get a long enough stare to really clock, but you notice the pale blue skin, a singular central eye, and this like darkened cloak. And as soon as you two lock gaze, they turn and dart into the darkness behind them.
Oh.
Outside the tavern.
I'm gonna send my familiar to that direction.
Okay.
See if it says something.
This individual is outside. How fast is the movement of your familiar?
I have no idea.
It should say, if it's fine familiar, it should be a fly speed of, I think, 30 feet for fine familiar.
Depends on their animal.
I think it's
like
just,
it's the whack. So
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
wax, but it's a fine familiar. It doesn't say specifically which one. I'm going to say most familiars, their
because
move
your wax familiar uses the stats of a rat.
of a rat.
I
Okay,
forgot
so
about
then,
that.
okay, then it'd be 30 feet. So even if you
Okay.
dashed and had them dash, then it would be 60 feet.
So it would be far. Like it would.
Yeah, by the time you got out, are you just going straight to the window, or are you trying to go outside and follow this individual?
Well, I was only gonna send the familiar, but
Okay.
if I would have known like it wouldn't reach, then I wouldn't send it.
I mean, you wouldn't know whether or not it reaches or not. The reason I'm
okay, then I would
asking
just-
because it is pertinent to this. It is important to the
Okay.
situation. That's why I'm asking. So if the maximum they can move is 60 feet, and where you go determines what you see or whether you see something. So are you going to the window, or are you trying to go outside and see this, have them try to catch this individual?
I'm gonna go near the window. I don't want to get out of the bar.
You can't go through the window. It's a glass, like it's a window that doesn't open.
Oh, it has to go. Oh, okay. I thought
mean,
it was
break the window.
an open window.
I
Imagine, no.
mean,
I could.
I don't think your familiar can attack though. Can it?
No.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to break it anyway. Not with, even if you rolled maximum damage with the rat, it wouldn't break through that
I'm
window.
talking about Mirage breaking it. But don't do that.
Mm,
That's vandalism.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can try, but I can tell you right now, even with the maximum damage, you are very unlikely to break this window. But if you go to the window, the situation will change.
So,
if you try to go outside, the situation
like,
will change. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
it's here. Like I'm looking someone here.
The
and, like,
window,
perhaps
so you
look
guys
inside?
are, as far as this building is concerned, you all are about halfway in the middle. The bar, like this is the main door that you entered in. The bar is at the back where all the kegs and caskets are in this outside building. The window you saw this individual is over here, like directly across from you in the center of the building.
Okay.
And then they darted somewhere back behind these tree lines over here in this direction, like into the deeper part of the woods. And it is pitch black outside. And I don't know, you don't have night vision, do you? Or dark vision?
None of us do.
None of you do. Okay. Then you definitely would not see this because you can't see beyond the dim light. You would lose track of this person the moment and plus you wouldn't be able to see through the wall once they went past that opening. So basically, like if your familiar was trying to go out and follow this person, it would take their whole movement just to get close to where that window was. And I don't think your familiar has dark vision either. So you wouldn't be able to see. Well, I mean, your familiar gives light, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Does it say how far that light stretches?
Yes, it's close. It's 5 feet dim. No,
5 feet
5
bright, 5
feet
feet dim.
bright, 10 deep, 10 feet deep.
Okay. Okay. Either way, I don't think you would see where this individual went. You just have a general idea that they turned facing you. They turned to their right, your left, and went north back into these woods.
Okay, what if?
Okay.
What if I pick up Mimsy? It's half my movement, right?
If you pick up Mipsy, yes, your movement would be halved, yes.
So how far would I go if I pick up Mipsy?
If you pick up Mipsy and
And
dash, you could move
and
30
dash.
feet. You could
So it would be
basically
like
get
the
out of the
entrance.
bar. Yeah, you'd get to the entrance with a dash.
Okay, because I'm curious. I'm gonna just like tap. Oh, but Nipsey's not near me, right?
He's sitting right
He's
next to
like-
you.
She's right next to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just like kind of like give Mipsy a push, to tell her to follow me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
run
oh.
out, and I will run out and dash. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna cast my cantrip of dancing lights,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like make a straight line, like one of them being like on top of me or near me, so I can
Okay.
have, like know what is around, and the other one's like go in a straight line to see
Okay.
how far I can see.
Okay. If you
And like
you cast
and, like,
the
familiar
spell-
can be going like far.
if you cast the spell, that's your action, but you can bonus action dash, so that gives you 60 feet total.
Okay.
So if you 60 feet, you could get basically over here to where the window was. But at the same time, that individual has darted at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what speed they're moving at. You just know that they saw you, and right as you saw them, and you clock each other, and right as they take off, you're reacting to follow. So you're essentially moving at the same speed, but you don't know how fast that they were moving.
The window is like thick. Like if I throw myself out of the window.
You can certainly do that. I wouldn't say it's thick glass. It's still glass. You can certainly try. Is that what you want to do?
I kind of want to do it.
I'm here for it if you want to do it. I'm not going to stop you from trying.
I have a thing I could help you with.
I was hoping somebody will have mending or something like that, you know? So, okay. I'm gonna
I'm fucking celebrating over here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're fully engaged, Axel. Your action was trying to keep your fucking stomach from coming back up.
If I'm following you, I'm using at your side.
Which, so what is at your side?
You and up to 3 willing creatures of your choice within range.
Oh, you know what?
On.
No. You know what? Nobody's gonna jump out of the. Well, finish yourself. Finish.
It magically pulls me forward towards the target.
Okay.
Each other for the duration. The target speed is increased by 5 feet, and when it's the affected creature ends its turn, the other target of the spell can use their reaction to move up to half of their speed for the duration of the direction of another affected creature. So it's just gonna get me to keep up with her.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna change a little bit my strategy.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna wanna do.
Whatever plan held.
I say what I'm gonna wanna do. I know it's wrong, but I like seeing it like that. Oh, sorry, my dog's barking.
It's all good.
Haley.
I'm going to.
If you want to put your marker on the map, we can just use the lines, and that might make this easier.
It's fine. I just wanted it to see how we were like here, right, more or less.
Correct. You guys are right about there, right where the end of that line was.
I'm gonna change my strategy. I'm gonna let Mipsy know like something's up and just say like follow me, and I'm going to. How did I drop my?
So go to the little journal. There you go. Yeah. So each square is 5 feet. So your base movement, I believe, is 30 feet. And if you you use your action to dash, that doubles it to 60. And if you bonus action dash, that pushes it to 90.
All right, but hear me out.
And if she's moving, I'm using at your side, so that's 35 feet to 70 feet to 105 feet.
Oh my god.
So,
okay.
I'm going to run, start like look at the window.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start giving like 1 step, 2 steps, to gain like momentum. And I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Oh. Okay, that's your bonus action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And then, as my action, I'm going to cast the dancing light. Because I see nothing.
Okay.
And I'm going to move like a little bit farther into the woods.
Okay. With at your side, Mipsy, with them casting Misty Step, how does that work?
Oh.
A 30-foot range.
30-foot range. Okay, so you're still within 30 feet. Because Misty Step is 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
At your side would pull you into the wall, though.
No.
I mean, I could still use my movement because I could use my reaction to get half my move speed, so I can get 15 feet. So I'll just run outside.
Okay. So that would put you 5, 10, 15. That would put you right at the door. That would put
Yeah, I'll
you
just use my
right in
movement.
front of the door here, like right before you get outside. I would say this would be outside where you see the bottom of the door.
Yeah, I could use my movement.
The window.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
Okay.
And
I'm going to say because you use Misty Step, Mirage,
Uh-huh.
you see this individual is moving shockingly fast. Like, despite their gaunt frame that you saw, they are moving shockingly fast. Like, as soon as you Misty stepped out, they were already, like, beyond the edge of this map going up north of the map, and they are moving even faster. Like, they're moving to the point where they've already passed into the tree line, and you've
just
outside the range of your vision right now, even with the lights around you. Like, they've fully passed into the dark spaces in front of them.
hold up your pet and just run.
But I mean,
I'll be right behind.
I can only run like up to here because I cast the dancing lights.
Right.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah,
You
because
have
that's your
35.
action, and yeah, because your familiar would have to come around because it can't go through the wall with you.
Yeah,
I got
that's
damn
right.
familiar.
So your
Just-
familiar
I
would be
didn't hear.
essentially where Mipsy is at, like maybe a couple
Okay.
feet between the two of you.
Yeah, you can move 5 extra feet. Keep that in mind.
So we're gonna say this is the
Hmm.
next round here. So before we come back to you guys, Axel, sorry to leave you waiting there.
I mean, but
You-
my
Oh,
action,
good.
my turn would have been like Misty Step,
Yeah,
do the dancing lights, and then
And
move
move.
like
Yeah.
here.
got it. Okay, yes,
Okay.
just at the edge before you lose vision, you see the outline of that individual, and they keep going to the point where you completely lose them in the tree line. They are moving shockingly fast, as fast or faster than you do. Anyway, next round, just for the purposes of time frame here, Axel. Just as everyone starts to cheer, since you made the con save, you've kind of retained your wherewithal to a certain extent. I'm going to say at this point, you've made the con save, but you're pretty buzzed. These drinks are fucking strong. Like, this is some, like, 10, 12% alcohol.
I don't know. I did pretty good on my con save.
You did very good on your con save. But you already had 4 beers, and you've just been given, like, 3 more. You haven't drank them yet, but you've been, like, offered a whole bunch of other drinks. You're buzzed at this point, just on pure quantity. But nonetheless, you still see that your 2 companions have, like, just immediately darted off. You saw Mirage spotted something and just jetted, and Mipsy followed. What are you doing?
I'm stumbling around looking for some food.
Okay. You see that the very drunk now, Foreman Crom, as you've kind of garnered from everyone surrounding him, has called out, bring us some food there, Bola. Oh yeah, bring us some food there, lady. And you hear Bola behind the bar. I bring you food when I feel like it. You damn drunk. But nevertheless, they still, you can see that they're beginning to prepare food behind their, what looks like some very, like, utilitarian, like, potatoes and what looks like some sort of poultry meat of some kind, either chicken or some sort of, like, pheasant that they caught up in the woods. But definitely some sort of very light colored meat of some kind, sliced up with like the drumsticks beside it on this platter. Is there anything else that you want to do while you see this going on?
No.
Okay. So you're just disregarding your companion's fucking darting.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking drunk. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Okay.
I mean,
Fair enough. Mipsy, Mirage, we're back to you. The target you were pursuing is like past you into the tree line and has disappeared into the darkness north of you.
That's fine. I'm just gonna use my whole movement and dash and use my reaction just to get ahead of her.
Okay. We're gonna have to do this by theater of the mind because I don't have a map for this shit. But as you go deeper
Just
into
run.
as you go deeper into these woods, it is, the further you get away from the village, it is pitch black in here. You have your dancing lights, but what's the range on those? 30 feet, 60 feet?
is that 120 feet?
Oh, it's 120. Okay. Okay, so that gives you vision out past your normal purview. So that shouldn't become an issue. So you have your normal vision. Because I was going to say, that would make this even harder. This is quickly becoming difficult terrain as you get deeper into the woods past the main logging village. So you're going to be slowed down, or if you want to continue at your normal pace, I'm going to need either an acrobatics or an athletics check to try to avoid any pitfalls or hitting branches or tree trunks or anything like that to move at full speed.
Hold
Now,
on,
with that,
I have something.
So we're going to do
Would
this
that
as a...
rain?
Yeah, plus it's raining heavily.
no, but with that range of light,
Oh,
do I get to see anything?
you can barely make out the silhouette of this individual. They are already... even after your dash, now that this is the second round, they have moved nearly 100 feet forward. They are booking it. And they are moving quickly. And they are surprisingly nimble through these spaces.
I will also, just so I could keep up with Mirage, and Mirage actually can keep up with me. Let me switch my movement speed to do this gun. Oops. Yeah. I'm turning into a goddamn giant elk.
A giant elk? Okay. I'm here
I have
for
a
it.
60 movement speed.
Okay.
I dash. So
Okay, so you use your bonus action to wild shape, and
Turn.
then your turn. Okay,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
can you
100
bonus
and-
action dash as an elk?
No.
Okay, so you have your normal speed, so 60 foot this round.
And then action dash, so I'm 120.
Got it. Okay, understood.
Now Mirage can move half their movement speed to get closer.
Okay. So Mirage, half your movement speed is 15, so you move another 15. So you're about, at this point, like 70, 75 feet behind Mipsy, who you see has turned into
Actually,
this...
I have a 65 because of my spell.
Okay.
So I go 130.
Okay. In order to dash through here, this is very difficult terrain at this point. I'm going to need an acrobatics check. I'm going to tell you right now, it is a 17.
I was gonna say, is it difficult terrain because we cannot see?
No, it's not the vision that's the problem. It's the rain and the fact that this is turning into dense woods.
Okay.
To move at that speed that quickly without hitting something along the way, it's like skiing down a mountain filled with trees. Does that make
Because
sense?
I have a scroll.
You have a
And I don't
scroll
know-
of what?
Yes. I don't know exactly how to use it, and if it's only one use. I have a scroll of daylight that we found on the thing.
Yes. So daylight
Oh.
stays in a specific location, I believe.
It's
Like
on
forever?
a point. You could choose.
That's true.
Or what? Sorry.
On a point you can choose.
Yeah, within
Yeah,
the
because I
range
was
of the
thinking, like,
casting.
I know, like it says like 60 feet range.
Sure.
So if I
60
choose,
foot bright, 60 foot dim.
like, if I choose a tree, like upwards,
Okay.
it will like that's the farthest I can do it, and then it will do like that radius.
Yes. I mean, the
But,
light
like,
isn't so
I
much
just-
the issue. Your dancing lights are giving you plenty of vision. It's the speed at which you're moving and the
I
density
know,
of the
but, like,
forest.
More of like thinking like because I can see that thing is like so far, like 100, right? So like if I do it as far as I can and cast daylight, maybe I can see it a little bit better. At least get a glance, like a better glance of what it was.
Yes. I mean, doing that, yes, you would definitely get a better glance. You can see that it's the individual. They have a thin frame. You can even see them roughly now, but with the daylight that you cast, it's like the middle of the day now in this forest. This blast of light just sprays out through this area. And you can see
Now,
that
I
this...
do have
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, finish. Wait, I was gonna say like, does the scroll is it one use?
Yes.
1 year.
Oh, that's what I want. I kind of like. It's fine. No, I'm gonna use the scroll. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will try to use just to get a better glance. Not because like I can fail the rough terrain, but at least have like a better glance of what it was.
Right.
How far away?
How far away are they now? From
Yeah.
you, Mipsy,
Like
they're
100
only like 10 or 15 feet away because you like
Ooh.
moved forward. And
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see as that daylight was cast.
Oh, because we're off the map. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
it's
we were,
hard to.
like, right
No.
beside.
That's why I said we have to do this theater of the mind because I don't have a map.
Mhm.
And we're moving very rapidly. This map would be massive if I had to do this. You are very close, Mipsy. Like almost closing the gap. You can see this individual now that Mirage had been chasing. They are very like thinly framed. They're wearing a hood, so you can't really see their face. And they're moving very rapidly. You can see they're not wearing any armor or anything. They're wearing very lightweight clothing. And they're moving very adeptly through this space. Like leaping off of trees, pushing over, just jumping over, very acrobatic. And they briefly, for the faintest of moments, turn, and you can see a very aged, like pale blue complexion and a singular central eye that's like almost yellowish, like with age. And like wrinkles coming down, around the crow's feet around the eyes, wrinkles around the cheeks and whatnot, and a thin feminine framework of the face structure.
How far is that thing away from me?
From you, Mirage?
Mhm.
Probably about, because you're about 70 or 80 feet from Mipsy, so it's probably about 90, 95 feet away from you, or maybe like from in a meter's perspective, probably like 30 meters away.
Because I was thinking like, is it using the scroll an action?
Yes, that was an action. You can still bonus action dash, That would bring you a little bit closer. That would cut the distance to about like 60 feet. Or about, what is that, like 40? No, 15 meters?
115 feet away.
Well, no, because of she's only about 75 feet behind you, Mipsy. So if she were to bonus action dash, she would come another 30 feet. So she'd be like 50 feet from behind you. And you're about 15 feet from the target.
So 45 would be, because I've been tracking my movement.
Roughly, yes. Sorry. This is really fast and loose right now. I'm trying to...
All right. So you would say like I'm not between 90 feet near the other person, like that thing?
You're less than 90 feet away, yes. If you bonus action dash, you are like 45 or 50 feet from the target. Mipsy is like 15 feet from the target. Like much, much closer. Because of the elk transformation.
Is that thing like floating or running?
You can't really tell, but Mipsy, you can see that they are running, but they are very adeptly moving. Like, they are not being slowed down by this terrain one bit.
And I can't communicate. All I got is...
Pretty much, yeah. All you see is that brief moment where they look back and you spotted the description I gave you, Mipsy. Which is the first time you've seen this figure.
Honestly, well, I don't know if it would work. I will keep myself behind, but I was thinking like, that's why I was asking like if I was like 90 feet range.
Yes, you're within 90 feet of range, yes.
Like, I don't know the difference about like ability checks.
Okay, well, what are you trying to do?
Like, if I hex it, and can I like disadvantage like this 30 or something? So
didn't you already use your action to use daylight?
This is a bonus action.
But that's a bonus action.
Did you dash as a bonus action?
That's why I
okay, yes.
want to dash.
Then if you don't dash, that would bring you back 30 feet, and then
90, 95,
yes, you're within 90. Because you're like 75 feet behind. Sorry.
Okay. So I said like perhaps instead of dashing, like I will stay behind, but perhaps I can make it stumble.
Okay.
But I don't know like the difference between ability checks. Like ability checks are those.
Ability checks is like when I ask you to make an acrobatics check or like a stealth check. Those are ability checks. So the things that are those like 12 or 15 items that are below your main stats. That row of like, it starts with athletics and ends with stealth and sleight of hand. Like those are your ability checks.
Okay, so instead of dashing, I'm gonna use hex.
Okay. You reach out.
Give it
you want to give it disadvantage on dexterity? Okay. Because dexterity is what you're focusing on, because that would be the acrobatics. Okay. Cool. So that's that round. This individual is still running. You've stopped whatever it was about to do. Mipsy, you can see that they were beginning to sink down into the ground of some sort. Or at least what appeared to be the ground. Up until Mirage cast Daylight, which just shed all the shadows around that area. And all of a sudden, it's almost like they were floor clipping and then popped back out of it. It's almost like in a video game, they were like slipping down through the ground. And then they just suddenly were launched back out mid clip. And it throws you off at first, and they just keep running. And they are fucking fast.
How fast?
They are moving as fast or faster than Mirage. And it doesn't appear
faster than me.
No, not yet. Not with your... You've definitely caught up to them, but on this next round, you would overtake them. They're not faster than you overall, from what you can tell, just in this brief encounter that you've gotten this close. But they've moved a full 90 feet, and they're getting to the edge of that daylight.
Okay.
Like deep into the woods, and it doesn't appear like the hex has really affected their movement.
Good try.
So, round 3 here of this sort of skill challenge. Going back to you, Axel, is there anything you want to do during this? I know we've kind of sidestepped you. Is there anything that you're doing while your companions are fucking giving chase to this individual? Axel?
Axel's asleep.
No, I have my mic muted.
While this is going on, at this point, you've been brought food. You've been brought more drinks.
I love it.
Are you eating and drinking more, or is there anything else? Have you... In fact, give me a perception check. I'll let you do this as normal. This isn't going to be a disadvantage because you're tipsy.
I mean,
That's fine. I was gonna come out this time and find out where
I
you
have
guys
a
were holding a
question.
chicken wing.
You don't seem to notice that anybody's missing from your group. You're just,
Oh, I'm still just cruising. Okay.
yeah, you are surrounded by people who are partying like
I love
it is
I love it.
fucking, 2000, fucking January 1st, 2000. It is, you are having a blast. Have not noticed your companions are just gone.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
Nobody noticed the daylight? Is it far?
You are not paying attention to it yet, so you have not
Okay.
noticed anybody noticing the daylight. And Axel, with that perception check, you haven't noticed that there is like daylight pouring into some of these windows, or anybody noticing
it.
that there is like a sudden splash of blinding light coming through these windows.
I love
At
it.
least you haven't noticed with that perception check. Because you are surrounded by people and drinks and food, all which are more appetizing than anything coming through the windows right now. Is there anything else you want to do before we skip back to Mipsy and Mirage?
No, I mean, I was gonna step out this time, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, you can step out still if you want to. You just don't notice that your companions have left. That's all I'm saying. But you can still choose to step out.
I want to step. Yeah, I want to step. I want to get some air.
Okay. You step outside, and this is the first time you've noticed that there is this sudden blast of unusual daylight outside in the middle of the night. Like, it is like 9-10 o'clock at night. It should not be this fucking bright out. Like, you're like, what the fuck? And like, people are walking outside and like, like just vampire mode, like fucking drunk as shit, like getting blinded and flashbanged by midday sunlight.
Fucking weird.
You're just like, God, it burns.
Pull out my welding mask.
You're like, ugh. And you look through and you're like, people are just confused as shit. And you like turn and like look back towards the woods and you can't really see anything at this distance. But you can definitely see that this isn't normal sunlight. It's not like coming from above. It seems to be like a blast of light coming from inside the tree line behind the tavern. Probably like 60 to 90 feet into the woods behind the tavern.
My drunk ass is gonna walk towards it.
Okay. You start heading that way. Now, Mipsy, this is round 3. This individual is going to dash again, at which point they are going to reach the edge of the daylight spell.
That's why.
If you
Well,
want
I
to
can-
dash again, I'm going to need an acrobatics check because this is getting really dense forest.
How about athletics? Because I'm a giant elk.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Acrobatics or athletics. This is going to be a 17. Okay.
I'm gonna just full on use all the movement I can. If I get in range with it,
Okay.
I'm charging it.
Okay.
It must make a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
And it's also taken.
It's cool.
Oh,
It's also what? I'm sorry?
Taken 2d6 if this hits.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to roll this right now. They have a +1 to their strength.
No.
They succeed. You definitely
fine.
make contact, but they keep going, and you push them just beyond the range of the daylight spell. And they kind of like boxcar roll to the tree trunk of a tree. And just as they hit that shadow, they like Olympic diver, like 30-degree angle, dive into the shadow and vanish.
Well, I still got moves. That was not my action.
Right,
But okay.
right. But you do not see them. They dive into the shadow and you lose sight of them. You do not know what direction they headed. You can give me another perception check, but it will be at... Does your elk have dark vision?
No, but in that general direction, do I have anything? Do I have anything? Hold on. I may have something for this.
Okay.
Gotta double check my prepare spells of the day. Nope. Just moving.
Okay. If you'd like to give me a perception check, you can do so at disadvantage, because now you're in darkness.
I mean,
Good thing I had this.
isn't the
thing.
dancing light doesn't go that far? How far am I? Or dancing light has gone?
Whoops, disadvantage.
It's going to spread. It's going to come forward. But this individual, you can see they dove down behind a tree. Your dancing light gives directional light, but it doesn't go through or around objects. So it'll cast a shadow. And you watch as the frame of this individual, this figure, dives into this shadow and vanishes.
But for Mipsy to be able to see.
Okay, I'll give you the higher of those two. So 18. You needed to beat a 27.
Crazy.
Yeah, this person is elusive. But we're going to have one more roll here. And I'll tell you what you need to beat. Okay.
I would think I caught up with Mipsy.
Yeah, at this point in this round, you've caught up to Mipsy here. As that is going on, like to catch up to Mipsy, Mirage, you would have to use your full movement and your dash. Because he's moved excessively far at his speed. And you have the spell still pulling you towards him, and that still just barely got you to his position. Like as fast as they were moving. Mipsy. In order to see any sign of this individual, you need to meet or beat a 21 on your perception.
Oh, you got this.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
With that roll, you see the signs of footprints moving north by northeast. Only because it is extremely muddy and dense in this area. And you can see that there is a makeshift path moving up in that direction, but you don't see the individual. But you see a handful of footprints that are not fresh. These are old footprints. Like you can see that these were pressed down because they're facing in the opposite direction. Like they were coming from that direction. And they have begun to like getting, you can tell like, it's like you made a footprint in like beach sand and like it's slowly being washed out by the tide. Like that's what it looks like. But you can see that it's facing the opposite direction coming from that direction. But you still don't see the individual. But you see signs of somebody has recently been here.
Let's just follow those footprints.
Okay. Axel, back to you. Do you follow this path into the woods of the daylight spell?
I sure do. I'm just humming my tune. I'm like,
It's gonna be there for an hour.
Okay. You are walking and you can see the signs of like people running through here very quickly. And you can tell that this is not normal daylight. This is definitely magical in some way. Because once you get outside the radius of this spell, it gets pitch black.
I'm feeling the magic, man.
Oh, dear God. Oh. As you're walking, Axel, in your inebriated mindset, you're not quite watching where you're going. And you begin to stumble a little bit as you trip over a branch. And as you begin to fall and catch yourself, you realize it's not a branch you tripped over. It's too soft.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And it stinks of sweat.
Oh, no.
And a much stronger scent. A scent of iron. Of blood. And you slowly turn your head and realize you're staring at only the lower half of a body. The upper half has been completely torn off.
Like zoinks, man.
And it is a pool of blood in this area. Oh, God.
I hated that.
I hate this so much.
God.
Oh. God damn it. But you step back in shock. Twofold reason. The first, obviously, you're staring at the lower half of a body. The second is you have the vague recognition of said body. The legs are furry and long, and the clothes match those of Foreman Crom. These are the remains of your recent drinking adversary.
I'm pissed.
As you stare at this, two other individuals walk into the woods behind you, and there's a sudden shout. What in the world? What the fuck? As much as I want to keep going, I think that's a good stopping point. I do have to get up for work tomorrow, but I think that's a good stopping point for tonight.
Yes.
And we'll pick this up next time with this little murder in the coastal Highlands.